As I continued dating this person that I thought was my dream person, they came to me shortly after we started dating and explained that they had recently been diagnosed with a medical condition that changed their diet and the things that they could do. He told me this in our third or fourth date. Of course, I didn't want to break up with him just because he had a medical issue. I wanted to be a good, supportive person. I wanted to be a good person in general. So I said, that's no problem. We'll get through this. And we cried that night over the fact that he couldn't eat broccoli anymore. We both loved broccoli. This supposed disease made it so he had to drop out of school and quit working. And it also meant that he couldn't do as many of the chores. So those slowly started to fall to me. It also meant that his priority became his health, and my priority became him because my partner was sick and they needed my support and my love. Even though we were just dating, I did everything I could. This continued to escalate until we broke our lease and moved 2 states away so that he could get better medical care. Mind you, even though we were moving to a much more expensive state, I was still the only person working. This went on for years. He continued to supposedly get sicker until the point he got a feeding tube that magically cured him of all of his pain. But even then, he still could not go back to work. And even though I had lots of doubts, even though my gut was telling me that something wasn't right, that he is capable of doing things, we will get into that in later points, I was still trying to be the supportive, loving girlfriend and eventually wife who was supporting her partner in sickness and in health. And how could I sit my partner down and say, hey, I think you're lying about being sick? That wouldn't really go very well. So I stayed for 7 years. I stayed for 7 years.